Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Stormblood. In the last episode, we entered a instanced area to head into the Saltery to locate the guy with the key to the underwater tunnel. We were able to eventually find the guy, and then we headed into the locks, located the underwater tunnel, and are now basically in the Alamigan quarter here in the locks, and are ready to proceed on into yet another instanced area. So we'll be heading into there and seeing what we're going to get up to. We're going to need to infiltrate the area. We're looking for Kryl. So we will see how that goes. So let's just go ahead and jump on in and get started. Right, all set, Ayame? Indeed. Alright, stay close and quiet. Let them pass. Patrol. Alright, get the cover. He's gonna deal with the sentry. Alright. Sentry's been dealt with. Alright, one more sentry. Look for a lever or a winch. We will guard the rear. Oh, okay. Ah. There's the gate winch. Hell's open, heavens weep. Alright, here comes the resistance forces. Alright, so they're going to take care of that. We're going to head for the facility. All right. No trouble at all. Alright, another group here. Take out the caster first. Then we'll deal with this Reaper. Done? Alright, another group. Three Reapers, okay. Alright, they know we're coming. Make ready. Ah, you. Alright, I reckoned you lot would come, but I didn't think you'd have the nerve to break the bloody doors down. Makes no difference to me, though. Time to die. Use the etheric siphon to weaken Fordola and defeat her in battle.
I can read your every move!
Well, let's go for the small fry first. So, how does one use the etheric siphon? Oh, there it is. Well, for now, as I said, we're dealing with the small fry first.
Out of my way!
Let the others deal with the other small fry.
How could I lose?
Alright, we're gonna have to use a siphon again.
I'll cut you to pieces!
Alright, actually, let me remove this guy. Just so we can get Elise helping out. There we are. Oh. You want to get as far away as you want, or can from that.
Let's finish this! If only you knew the power!
Siphon her again. Alright, got her.
No. Not after everything. I cannot lose. I will not!
Oh, but you will! Without your tricks, you're nothing! Conrad, Mefrid, your own comrades! I should kill you here and now for what you did! But there's no place for that kind of justice here. Not in my Alamigo.
Oh, how very bloody noble of you. Why, you'll pardon me my sins, will you? After you and your freedom fighters come and tear down everything we've worked so hard to build? We were fighting for our people's freedom.
You're slaves to a tyrant! There's no freedom in that!
Now, my friend! Croyle!
Alphino? I knew you'd come.
Touching as this moment is, it will have to wait. We should rejoin the main force at once. Lise!
I'm taking her back with us, alive. She's going to answer for what she's done.
Listen to you. Talking like you've already won. Xenos is gonna tear you apart. He commands a power echoing that of the Icons.
What are you talking about?
The hunt, you stupid cow. I'm talking about the hunt. He said you'd come, and here you are, his willing prey. You and your friends are dead, just like mine. And all our misery, all our sacrifice, it was all for naught!
No! You're gonna live long enough to see us win our freedom. I promise you that.
May I live 1,000 years.
Interrogations can wait. Let us be off.
Alright, so that went pretty well. Let's go ahead and talk to Alphino. Alright, what a relief to have finally found her. Though our greatest challenge yet lies ahead of us, on the eve of this final battle I find myself overcome with joy. We could not have saved her without everyone's help, Thancred, Lise, Eorzea, and of course, you. But yes, there is still much and more to be done. I should be very interested to learn the meaning of Fordola's ominous words, for one. Yes, okay. Scion Rogue's bandana. Is that the same thing Thancred's wearing? Alright. Next on the agenda. Alphino is a man with one less worry on his mind, okay? Lise has gone to deliver Fordola into the custody of the Alliance, leaving Minago and her men to hold the residential district and stand ready. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates and commenced their assault, the Resistance forces will push through the entrance here and join the fray. In that case, I will remain here. My search for Croyle took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with their defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. Understood? I shall instruct Arnvald and his unit to render support as well. Right, they were tasked with securing the Aetheryte, as I recall, with me, Ayame. Yes, the Aetheryte. Definitely am going to want to utilize that. Just need to find my way through the city. Can I get through here? There it is. Alright, there's Arnvald. Right, God, it's Kryl. It's so good to see you. I feared the worst. It wasn't your fault. You saved me, all of you. Thank you. We will be departing shortly for Porta Praetoria and join the main host. Arnvald, I would have your unit remain here with Thancred that you might support the Resistance troops in the coming battle. Understood? We won't let you down. I trust you will refrain from doing anything I would not. We are both far too young to die. Right. No noble sacrifices. Got it. Ayame, Kryl, let us be off then. Okay. Here you go speak with Ralbon. And I don't know, I can't fly yet. We still have a few more quests to do. And I have to track down some more ether currents. We need to head all the way back there. Okay. Well, at least there's an Aetheryte right there. Alright. Let's find Ralbon. There he is.
Ah, the heroes of the hour. Not content with securing the residential district, you gifted me an Imperial Commander. What are you after, a medal?
The work is its own reward, General. I must say, however, that Fordola's claims were not a little disturbing. What manner of power could Xenos have acquired that might equal an icon?
Might she speak of our missing Omega?
Very possibly. The Empire's fondness for comparable Allagan technologies is exceedingly well documented. Have we made any progress with our own investigation?
None. The search goes on in earnest, but Cid has thus far found nothing of note. Mayhap the Garleans beat us to it. If they were working desperately to repair the machine, that might explain their decision to remain within their walls.
Ah, Lys. I trust you surrendered Fordola into custody without incident. We were just discussing the pilot's claims.
About Xenos and his newfound powers. She hasn't said a word on the subject since we rescued Kryl, even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Mayhap I can offer some insight into her claims, or at least into the facility and the experiments they conducted during my time there. Though my memories of the period are somewhat muddled, there are a few things I remember with painful clarity.
Thancred told us only that Fordola had undergone some manner of treatment.
Yes. It is a place wholly dedicated to the creation of enhanced beings, whom they refer to as the Resonant. As I understand it, the process aims to imbue a test subject with the qualities of an individual with demonstrated magical aptitude. This entails the mechanical extraction and transfusion of some manner of primordial essence.
So that's how Fordola improved so fast. I knew there had to be something. She wasn't half as strong or quick to predict my attacks when we first met. If it weren't for Eorzea's siphon thingy, I really don't think we'd have beaten her.
My humble scheme asked far more in the execution than it required in the conception, I do assure thee.
Oh, you've got to stop doing that.
In calling upon Lady Alisaie after her defeat, I was most intrigued to learn of the apparent effortlessness with which Fordola countered her attacks. 'Twas as if she knew the blade's destination ere its journey began. A most impressive feat under any circumstances, but an almost miraculous one when considered in the context of Fordola's unfamiliarity with my lady's arts. How then could she so perfectly predict an unknown opponent's every move? After much deliberation, I surmised that Fordola may be possessed of a preternatural ability to divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether and to instinctively react. To employ a metaphor, one might say that she was attuned to the whispers of my Lady Alisaie's soul.
Wait, have you not just described a manifestation of the Echo?
I had no conclusive proof. The available anecdotal evidence suggested only that Fordola was uncommonly sensitive to etheric fluctuations, and 'twas this which led me to develop my stratagem. I would fashion a device with the capacity to generate a massive disruption in the surrounding ether. If, as I suspected, Fordola's senses were indeed questing for the most minor of oscillations, the shock of exposure to a more amplitudinous etheric waveform would be akin to a debilitating bout of ether sickness.
How ingenious. I note that the success of your plan hinged on your device's wielder remaining ignorant of its purpose, lest Fordola divine your intent.
Indeed so, Master Alphino. All things considered, 'twas a most fortuitous outcome.
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Eorzea is correct, that would mean these Resonant have been granted the power of the Echo via artificial means. A sobering thought, to say the least, and one which makes me wonder what else Xenos has in store.
Whatever the Viceroy's newfound powers, I know of none better equipped to face him. And face him you must. For there is now but one path forward, and it leads straight to Alamigo.
And it's not as if we came unprepared. We've got all our friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now, I feel like we could take on anyone and win. And I mean anyone.
Alright. Victory is as good as ours, or nevertheless, let's proceed with all due caution. Yeah, let us proceed with all due caution. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Well, no one's saying we shouldn't be cautious. Though maybe I was getting a bit carried away. Right, I'd best get back to the residential district. Thancred and the Resistance forces are waiting.
It is time we join the main host. Kryl, in light of your recent ordeal, might I suggest that you remain with the rearguard for now?
Oh, if you insist. Just this once.
Alright. Let's start the alpha now here. If I may, General, is there aught Ayame and I can do to assist with final preparations? Alright, Ralbon there. Alright, I'm glad you asked. Pippin informed me moments ago that all forces are in position and that we are ready to commence the assault. Naught remains but to notify the Alliance commanders. If you've no objections, I should be glad to have you do the honors, Ayame. You were instrumental to the success of Operation Archon. You helped bring an end to the Dragonsong War. You are a hero to the people and a symbol of hope. Some might judge it an empty gesture, or worse, a waste of your talents, but I know it would mean much to everyone here. Do we have any other quests in the area? Not as yet. Alright then. Emmerich? Ah, that you should be the one to bring me word. By the Fury, it is good to see you, my friend. You who stood with us in our direst hour will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen and to me. Though Ishgard's debt can never be repaid, it is my hope that our deeds this day shall go some small way to redressing the balance. Alright. And then we need to speak with Merlvib and Khan E. Senna. Alright, all is ready? Very well. Though many will fall in the coming battle, how many more shall know liberty for their sacrifice? There is a time for peace and a time for war. Even the matron understands this. We who have received of hers and the elemental's blessings now go now to stand for Eorzea and her children. Alright. And Merlvib. It's time then. Though this is not my theater of choice, we will play our part. Our cannons care not either way. The battery has sunk enough ships to fill a fleet. 'Tis not likely to be bested by a gate. Alright, so we have Lominson Cannon available. Good. Alright, Ralbon. It is done then. Thank you, Ayame, for humoring an old bull. Maelstrom, Adder, and Ishgardian forces are in position, General. Resistance forces in the Alamigan Quarter are ready to await our signal. Naught left to do but the deed itself. Alright. And there we have 2 side quests. How many? 3. So 2 side quests plus the main quest, and then I'll need to go around and grab all of those, which I'll probably do in between episodes here. But let's go ahead and pick up these side quests. Dorothy. Alright, Lieutenant Dorothy needs a soldier who knows how to swim, which I do. Right, Lieutenant Yatsurugi, I presume. I spoke with members of the Scions, and if I may be so bold as to ask, is it true that you learned some Far Eastern technique for moving underwater as freely as a fish? Pretty much. Alright, then it was not an exaggeration. Incredible. Would you be willing to put that ability to use for us? If so, I have an ancient, or if so, I have an agent stationed underneath those towering steps by the lock who would dearly love to speak with you. Very well. Alright. Let's grab the other one while we're at it. Zulatia. Zulatia is a troublesome task for an adventurer. Okay. You're Ayame, aren't you? The famous soldier and adventurer? It might be that I'm asking above my station, but I could use your help with a bit of a problem. I've been tasked with rounding up a couple of nasty wavekin, and I have to admit to the fact that they're too much for me to handle. For a hero like you, however, I suspect they'd be not more than a spot of light exercise before dinner. Have you seen those monstrous yabbies crawling about south of the White Isle? I have some large hemp sacks you can use to drag them back here. Just be sure to tire them out a bit beforehand. Any fight left in them, and they'll rip right through the sack with those spiky tails of theirs. Alright. I think I can do that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do that first. It's going to be down there. And there are my targets. Alright, so we need to weaken them a little bit. I do have to be somewhat careful. There we go. One down. Let's see, is that enough? Not quite. There we are. Done. Easy enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the other one, and let's see what we're going to need to do there. I think it's under there. There's our agent. Alright. Lieutenant Yatsurugi. Lieutenant Dorothy said you might be on your way. Ready to get your boots wet, are you? I should probably begin from the beginning. One of the soldiers we captured during the battle at Castro Mabania was concealing a map on his person. The map was marked with a curious symbol, but no matter how hard we cajoled or threatened, the prisoner would not tell us the symbol's significance. This naturally piqued the curiosity of our commanders, and they immediately ordered a search of the marked area. Now the problem is, the area mostly covers the water, and we found nothing of interest up above. Meaning this secret, whatever it is, must be down below. We were eager indeed to enlist someone with your apparent talent for underwater exploration. I've circled the spot on your map, and that we'd like to investigate. If it turns out to be something you can bring back, pray do so. Be careful down there. Very well. let's grab our mount here, and let's see what we can find. Imperial material. I believe that these ruins that are down here are from before the 6th Umbral Calamity. There was a great flood, and which is what filled this whole area up. Interesting. Alright, but we are done here. So let's return to the surface. Alright, anything of interest? I found this stuff. Alright, this looks like an Imperial material crate. I doubt anyone would bother sinking ordinary supplies, so I say we take a look inside. Nald's breath! This thing's filled to the brim with gems and jewelry. From what I can tell, these all seem to be of Girabanian design. In fact, I'd say this collection is of damn near royal quality. The bottom of a lock is not where I'd choose to keep such valuables, so it's safe to assume they were acquired in a less than honest fashion. Our prisoner likely hoped to hide them down there until his stint in the army was over. Rebuilding a country is an expensive job, eh? Alamigo's royal family is no more, but we should return these to her citizens nonetheless. Thank you for braving those waters, Lieutenant Yatsurugi. Play report to Lieutenant Dorothy, and I'll see that this crate is transported safely back to headquarters. Alright. Good deal. Alright, so I think the easiest way is just going to be teleport back. We'll turn these in, and then I think we'll be done for the day. Alright, welcome back, Lieutenant Yatsurugi. Was there aught to be found? A fortune in stolen jewelry, was it? That explains the prisoner's unwillingness to share. As my agent explained, we will see to it that those valuables are returned to Alamigo's coffers. Thank you, Lieutenant Yatsurugi. This will go a long way to helping the nation recover from the ravages of war. Alright, there we are. Alright, were you able to capture those yabbies for me? Indeed I was. There you go. Enjoy. Oh, these are some lively nippers. I'd best get them in a pen before they tear their way free. It's a good thing they're ill-tempered, though. Why is that, you ask? Well, just between you and me, we're planning on using the yabbies as a secret weapon to disrupt Imperial military camps. I'd love to see the look on a Garlean officer's face to find one of these beauties running wild in his command tent. Thank you, Oyame. I was growing tired of sewing up the holes in those gigantic sacks. Alright. There we go. So, that's almost done. And so I think next episode we're gonna push forward with the main story quest and unlock the dungeon. Well, the next, duty, anyway. Alright, so for now, we'll end it here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.